Today is gonna be definitely one of my favorite episodes ever. I'm normally telling you what you should be doing, but today I'm gonna share with you a strategy that I use to buy 4 rental properties in 18 months with no money out of my personal checking account. I know it doesn't sound believable, but this strategy will help you to grow and multiply your portfolio quickly. Let's dive in. Hey guys, I'm Andrew Lewis, real estate investor and entrepreneur with over 10 years experience building and growing a real estate team and investing in real estate. Before we jump into today's video, make sure you give us a like, leave a comment about any questions you might have, and as always, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future episodes. We're here to help you break out of the 9-to-5, gain financial freedom, and grow wealth through real estate. Today, I'm here to share with you exactly how I did it. I bought 4 rental properties, long-term rental properties in the $450,000 to $500,000 range in just 18 months with no money out of my personal checking or savings account. How did I do it? Let's check it out. Step number 1 was to source the initial funds. As I said, nothing came out of my personal checking or savings account, so I had to get creative here. And to be honest, I actually just stumbled into this first rental property, and it was actually my wife's idea, credit to the wife, for using the funds that we did here. I actually tapped into my 401k. I was in pharmaceutical sales prior to getting in real estate 10 years ago, and I just had a 401k sitting there doing absolutely nothing for me. I wasn't contributing to it, and I decided, hey, this deal is too good to pass up. The numbers shook out. That was time to tap into that. So I pulled the money out of that 401k. I did pay the taxes and penalties that came along with it, but again, this deal was way too much of a home run to pass up. So we dug into that. I was able to pull out $125,000 to be my 25% down payment for my first rental property. Step number 2, I made that purchase happen. This was actually somebody that I came across that was in need of selling their home so they could make a move due to some family changes. And so I was able to step in and negotiate a deal before it ever hit the market to buy that property, get a great deal on it, help them get where they're going. It was a win-win scenario. I got a rental property, they got where they were going, and everybody left the table super happy. So we made that purchase happen and closed on that first rental property. And the great news is it came with great cash flow right off the bat. Step number 3, you're never gonna guess what this one is. I sat back and I waited. I waited for 9 months, and I waited for appreciation to take place with this property. At the time, the market was booming, prices were moving up relatively quickly. And within 9 months, I had accumulated enough equity in that property that I ran the numbers and went, I can actually do a cash out refinance and pull out another down payment for another property. And so I did just that. I waited 9 months for, in this case. That's not always going to be the case, but when you time it right and you hit the market right, sometimes these things are just gonna line up to make some of these amazing moves and make some of these deals happen. But the secret is you actually just have to get into it and wait. Step number 4, that is the actual cash out refinance of that initial investment property. Again, in this case, I only had to wait 9 months. If the market is appreciating on a normal percentage of 5% every year, it could take you about 4 to 5 years to get there. But again, if you time it just right, it could be even faster. And honestly, the way things are moving here recently, you're looking at much more accelerated timelines. So I was able to do a cash out refinance and pull out another 25% down payment for the next home. Step number 5, you're never gonna guess it again. I bought another property and I waited and I waited and I waited. Again, this one was another 9 months. Again, great market, moving up very quickly. But both of those 2 rental properties that I now own appreciated again over a 9-month period, and I was able to do a cash out refinance on both of those properties, and I was able to cash out refinance on those 2 to go buy 2 more at the exact same time. So cash out refinance, got 2 25% down payments out of those, and went and put those down on 2 properties, and I closed on those 2 new rental properties on the exact same day. That gave me 4 rental properties in 18 months with no money out of my own personal checking or savings accounts. Yes, you can argue my 401k was money that I had already accumulated and put money into, but it wasn't something that I physically had to pull out of my checking account. It was just a number sitting there, and I got statements and it was doing nothing for me, so I was able to tap into that. And you've heard me time and time again saying you should absolutely consider your 401k, any of those investment funds, as something you can use to source funds to get your foot in real estate, because the way my 401k was growing, it was never gonna touch what I've been able to do with those 4 rental properties that I bought in just 18 months. That 401k at this point would have been sitting at $160,000, $170,000. It definitely would have gone up from what I pulled out of it, but that is no way a match to what I've been able to accumulate, not only from passive income and cash flow from those properties, but from the 5% on average year-over-year appreciation on 4 properties that are now worth $550,000 to $600,000 each. Why? Because I waited. That's the most important step here. Get into real estate and wait. Don't wait to buy real estate. That's the secret, guys. You just gotta get into it. Actually get out there and make a purchase and wait. It's not always gonna be 9 months that you can go out and buy another property again. It could take up to 5 years to make that happen. But if you take that over a 30-year span, you're early enough in your career, you can turn that into 30, 40, 60 homes if you continue to follow that step-by-step plan and continue to use leverage to buy the next one, buy the next one, buy the next one. Some years you'll be able to buy multiple, some years you're gonna have to wait, but get into it and make it happen. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure that you hit that like button, leave us a comment about any question you might have, and be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. I'm Andrew Lewis. I'm here to help you break out of your 9 to 5, gain financial freedom, and grow wealth through real estate. We'll see you next time.